Hello everyone, welcome to the United Stand. This is the road trip from, well, it's not a road trip from hell, it's not the end of the world, but it kind of is the end of England, where Norwich is based, and probably the one road trip of the year that I don't look forward to the most. A road heaven, you could say. No motorways, although we are heading down 62 to the M1, then to just join up to, I don't even care what road it is, it's just a road to nowhere, and that's where Norwich is, in the middle of nowhere. Anyway, besides the nightmare of a trip, we have got the small matter of a very important Premier League football game today. And like we said on last night's show, every single game now is important. Every single game's a big game now, isn't it? They sort of, let's just see and test a few players out. Champions League game, that was Wednesday night against Young Boys. That was the last one of any sort of, let's see what this team is, let's just try a few new players, because Premier League games, FA Cup games, Champions League knockout games, that's all it is now all the way through. So it is now a case of get the best team, try, hopefully Ralph's figured out his best team going forward, and I think that's what we're going to see more of going forward, especially over the next few months anyway. We didn't get an easy draw in the FA Cup, so I'm expecting that to be a full strength team again when Villa come to town, and it is full bore now. It feels like today is the day when everything gets serious. You know what I mean? We've had the honeymoon period of seeing out Ollie, bringing in Carrick, having the free ride. Everyone wasn't as bothered about the results. RANGNICK'S coming last week against Crystal Palace, got the important win. We've seen some decent football. Now we've had that sort of free game, that free hit against Young Boys, that's out of the way, and it feels like now is a time when it's like, right, down to business. This is serious now. Everyone is pretty much back. Everyone is fit, which makes it even more interesting because of who Ralph is actually going to pick. Does he give game time to Cavani and Varane, who are both back training? Will they make it this week? Will that be a game for them at Brentford? Does Eric Bailly, after the way he performed against Young Boys the other night, I know it was Young Boys, but considering the amount of other first team players that really did not play well, I think him and Greenwood and Donny just about came out of that game with some credit. So does he warrant a place in the team, or does El Capitano, Slabhead, Maguire come straight back into the team because he's captain? Does the captaincy change? It is pretty much now, everyone's got their feet under the table and we go. He's talking to Pogba, he said. He's telling us when Pogba's coming back. So he's got a lot of sorting out to do. Obviously, he touched on transfers yesterday in his press conference as well, in terms of the outgoings. And, well, let's be honest, I don't think any name that he mentioned was unexpected from the United fan base. The likes of Pogba, Lingard, Martial. We're probably going to get Dean Henderson gone now as well. Now he's said that De Gea is his number one. So yeah, very interesting few days after the Young Boys game, because let's be honest, that game was garbage. But now we're looking at it and we're going, right, okay, we're all guessing who's his team now. Who are we going for? Who's he going to pick going forward? Is Cavani going to come straight into that front two of the treble two with Ronaldo? That's what I want to know. Varane obviously is a dead start, you know what I mean? He has to come in. When he's fit, he will play. So there's then competition between Maguire, Bayer and Lindelof for them centre-back partnership with Varane, and I think that's probably where the most interesting bit about it all is, because everywhere else on the pitch you can sort of understand, yeah, there's the fight between Donny, Fred and McTominay for them places. I think Fred has probably just notched ahead in terms of definite starters in Ralph's eyes at the moment. He has performed better of recent weeks. Then you've got Sancho and Bruno. I don't see that two changing. I really don't. I'm saying this thinking we are going to go with the 4-2-2-2, but if you changed it up, I'd still think it was the same sort of players that would be coming in. So really, I can't see the front four changing much, but maybe Cavani or a Greenwood coming in for a Rashford. Ronaldo will play. He's had his week off. He'll be raring to go today. Cavani, is he fit enough? We don't know. Maybe he'll start on the bench. I'm guessing today it will be Rashford who starts. I think Greenwood will miss out again. Greenwood and Cavani probably be on the bench, and then one of them will come on for Rashford. maybe Ronaldo, if we are lucky enough to be 3-0 up or something like that, and Ronaldo's happy with a brace and he's not going to be kicking off, then we'll see both players come on. But let's not take Norwich for granted. Let's be fair. Dean Smith has steadied the ship a little bit, but if you cannot beat Newcastle, having played, 70 minutes or something with 10 men against Newcastle on the way that they're playing, you can't score more than one goal against Newcastle, who've got one of the worst defences in the league. In that scenario, then the quality sort of jumps out at you and says, not great. And United should be going here today thinking 3 points, simple. I won't say easy, because it's never easy in the Premier League. We, above all, fans know that. Because when United come to town, it's FA Cup final day again, isn't it? And small town like Norwich, United rolling in, it's exactly what it is today. They'll be bouncing, they'll be sort of upbeat. Dean Smith will have them revved up. He's already beat us once this season with Aston Villa, and a not much better team. Yeah, they had a couple of better individual players, Villa, but you know what I mean? They were under strength, and Dean Smith found a way to beat us at Old Trafford. So he has got it in his locker, and we're not taking this for granted. It is going to be a tough day. As long as we are like we was against Palace, we're solid as a team, we move in the same direction, everyone's on the same page, United will win this game easy today. Yeah, it may not be go straight out there and blow Norwich away, but I think over the course of the game, I've said 2-0 today, me. I can see it being 3 or 4 if United really do hit the straps. And like I said, they've had a bit of time now. Most of these players who are playing today have had the week off and have had a full week's training with Ralph and the tactics and everything like that. So we are accustomed to the system a little bit more, and you expect them to have took a little bit more on board and will be easier on the pitch in this formation. I mean, Ralph was impressed against Palace that we actually adapted to it so quickly. So now with another week and a full week's rest for all of this team today, it is, and you are hoping as a fan that it should be even better today. And like I said, Norwich are poor. They are probably going to go down. I can't see anyone worse than them, to be honest. They're battling with Newcastle, and Newcastle will spend in January. And if they can't beat, like I said, they can't beat Newcastle when Newcastle are down to 10 men for pretty much the whole game, then kind of shows you the quality that you're up against. And that's why I fully expect United to get the win. I would say comfortable-ish win. You never know, anything can happen in football. We could get a player sent off ourselves and then the pressure's really on. We can't have any moments like that. But I'm thinking, and I'm looking at the team that he's going to select today, I do hope that we see, and I said the other day on the show, I think it was on Thursday when we picked our best 11 when everyone's available, I think Shaw will come back in. But I've got no issue at all with Tellez playing football today. No problem at all. He's earned his spot in the team, and if Ralph wants to go with Tellez first and Shaw has to work his way back in, I got no issue with that, and I will be more than happy to see Tellez and Dello line up alongside our centre-backs today, either side, because them two have been standout the last couple of games, and for me, are sure picks. I would say, you know, when you used to, earlier in the season, you had no idea. No one was playing well. You didn't know what Ollie was going to do. You had no idea who was going to start the game. Well, I'm actually getting a few players now that I think I would definitely start, and I'm confident we'll start every single game. I mean, I would definitely have Bruno and Sancho. Ronaldo starts with one other. So there's 3. The fullbacks, 4-5. De Gea, 6. There's half the team that picks itself right now. Fred, you could probably argue, I can't believe I'm saying that, on form, probably picks himself. So there's 7. There's not many places available for the other squad members to really be fighting for. And that's why I was disappointed on Wednesday that none of them really took the opportunity to like put that extra bit in and say, look, I'm here and I need to be picked for the big game. Do you know what I mean? It just looked very arrogant in the terms of the likes of Lingard, that he really didn't belong there in that team selection. He should be in the big games at weekend, but if you're not willing to earn that place in there, then fair enough. See you later, Jesse. Simple as that. I thought it'd be perfect for Ralph, but I'm having second thoughts now after watching his attitude and the way he played against young boys. Completely off it. And it did look like he checked out. So, a bit gutted there, because I did say at the start, everyone gets a clean sheet. A clean slate. Clean sheet would be nice, by the way. But, clean slate for every single player, and I think that's fair. Is Bailly going to come in today? I doubt it. I think it's going to be Maguire and Lindelof. And that's a bit disappointing for me, but I understand what Ralph's doing. Varane, when he's fit and fully fit, I mean, I'd love to see him today. I just think it's probably one game too soon. We'll possibly see Varane against Brentford, but the one centre-back who is guaranteed in form at the moment is Eric Bailly, and that'll be the one that I hope will be weaned into the team eventually. And Ralph's reputation is going to be tested with the likes of Maguire and McTominay, because if they're not playing well, and it's obvious that they're not playing well, which it has been with both of them players over the last few weeks, yeah, you could say they did okay against Palace. McTominay didn't, by the way. I thought he was awful. Maguire was better against Palace, but this is where Ralph's going to be tested. It's his biggest job ever in his whole career. His reputation precedes him, yes, but this is his biggest job. It's the biggest job in world football, let's be honest. And has he got it? Has he got it in him to say, no, Harry, you're just not playing well enough? Eric Bailly has earned his spot in the team, and that's where I'm going. That is it. I think that's his hardest job, hardest task, because I can see the players getting on board with the tactics. I can see that against Palace, and I do know that they will listen to him. It's when the chips come down, everyone's fit now, and that on its own is a bit of an issue. It's balancing it, isn't it? It's balancing it. But that pretty much is all there is to say about this game. I am fully confident that after the game I'm going to be talking to people outside. We are going to be talking about a United win. 2-0 United. Guys, get your comments in below. Let me know what you think of today's game and how it's going to go down. Give me your score predictions. Should Bailly stay in the team? Should it be the same fullbacks as the Palace game? Who should partner Ronaldo? They're the big talking points. Get your comments in below. Let me know what you think about them and anything else you want to touch on. I'll check all of your comments when I make my first stop on this 4-hour journey to Norwich. I'll probably have a read on the stop on the 4-hour journey back. Half of my day on the road. They better put in a performance, I tell you. Guys, take it easy. Subscribe to United Stand. Give the video a like. And I'll see you when I stop. Well, I'll read when I stop at the next services. See you in a minute.